Right, so we're on our way to a very exciting exhibition. I'm really excited. It's all about Jummah Aesthetics. It's curated by Dr Fatima Rajina, and the photos have been taken by Rehan Jamil. He's basically gone to a load of different mosques and taken pictures of what men wear when they go to Jummah. Hence why I'm in the thobe. I've got the Converse on. I'm really excited. We're heading there right now. We're only one stop away. I'm excited to just chat to them all. I spoke to Dr Fatima Rajina on the Today Show, you might have seen that. I'm excited to talk to her a little bit more about her work and why Rehan Jamil decided to do this, because it's a bit of a niche topic, isn't it?
Hang on a second, let's rewind a little. Because before I made my way over to Oxford House, I wanted to find out more about the Jummah Aesthetics project. I wanted to get a feel of what I should expect. And I found out that the project was actually funded by the British Academy and overlooked by the Stephen Lawrence Research Centre at De Montfort University. Now this really piqued my interest, because why would such a renowned organisation be interested in something as niche and out there as this?
The centre is really a very important space for having conversations around race and racism and social justice issues, and how that plays out, how they play out in everyday life for many people. But specifically our focus at the Research Centre is how these conversations, topics, debates affect the histories and cultures of Black and Asian people in the UK.
Well, I guess that explains it then. I mean, looking back now, it makes sense why the British Academy and the Stephen Lawrence Research Centre at De Montfort University would want to get involved in such an exciting and diverse project. I guess all that's left to do now is get back on the Lizzie line and check out the exhibition for ourselves.
Hey, Assalamualaikum, Tarek. How are you doing?
No, hopefully not. Hopefully John hasn't gone away.
Yeah.
So there's 25 images of Muslim men from different nationalities who all pray within the East End of London in 4 different mosques, all about a mile apart from each other. And each mosque has got a particular feel. And when we were photographing, the idea was to sort of get the feel of each mosque. East London Mosque is very different to Brick Lane Mosque. Shoreditch Mosque is very different to Al Huda. So the idea was to sort of have the backgrounds there and try and represent the sort of the diversity of each masjid. And that's what the exhibition's about.
What's important to us as a community and arts centre is that we represent and show, engage, involve all sections of our local community. The reaction and reception to the exhibition has been just amazing. From the very opening night, the private view, the place was packed. It was fantastic. That's the reason why we wanted to extend it, because it's been popular. And we thought, you know, if it's popular, extend, why not?
When you look at footage of Muslims praying, even in the 1920s, when you had lots of Muslims who were fighting, for example, or had just finished fighting in World War I, and some settled and stayed, they were always very smartly groomed, weren't they, in suits and going to pray. And then, of course, we see a boom in sort of communities establishing themselves post World War II. And I've been researching dress for over a decade now. And I think for me, what's fascinating about dress is just looking at how dress changes, but in that change, what is informing that change? You know, Jummah in Bangladesh, for example, is generally men turning up in Punjabis, very colourful Punjabis. They'll wear like a toki, some wear it with longi, some wear it with trousers. That's usually also class-based in the Bangladeshi context. But in the British context, where you have British Bangladeshis, I started noticing how the thobe became a lot more visible, and I've written about this as well.
A lot of them start preparation on Thursday evening. You know, they'll get their haircuts and their beards trimmed, and then choose what they wear.
The day before.
The day before, which is really good. I mean, it's nice to see men of all ages prepping for what they're going to wear on the day of Jummah.
Alhamdulillah, I've got a job where like timing is really flexible for me. So on a day like Friday, I can really take my time to get myself ready and prepare myself. So 100% without a doubt, shower has to happen. Shower, perfume, you know, just the usual. It's to come in my purest form, really, to submit my will to God. And it's just, it's one of my favorite days of the week. I love going to Jummah. I love like disconnecting from the world for a second and, you know, listening to the khutbah, taking in the khutbah, maybe applying it even on the day or maybe for the week ahead, learning things that I might not have learned before.
Tell me about Memduh. It's won an award. It's all over London. Tell me about why you picked that photo, why you picked Memduh.
I'm always impressed with generally older men who dedicate their Fridays and during Ramadan especially as well to ensuring that mosques around the country are staffed and people know where they're going to pray. And he's from East London Mosque, he's a volunteer at East London Mosque. East London Mosque is huge, many exits, many entrances, and if you didn't have a team of volunteers on major days, it would be chaos. Why it won the Portrait of Britain Award? I don't know, you'd have to ask the judges. It's allowing for the British public to see figures like him all across the country and for it to become more normal. You don't normally see men like him up on billboards or out in shopping centres or on train station platforms. And it's good what Portrait of Britain and British Journal of Photography are doing in highlighting the diversity of British people.
It's crazy to think there's so much you can take away from this Jummah Aesthetics project. Even though I've got an interest in fashion, I never thought of the cultural relevance of what people wear to Jummah could be. And I definitely didn't think about how the evolving perception of Muslims has directly or indirectly had an impact on how we dress for the most important day of the week. The little time I spent with Dr Fatima and Rehan and Mi'raj and Sherilyn, I could see that even they were shocked by the impact that the exhibition has had and the conversations it was igniting and will continue to hopefully ignite.
The exhibition was written about in The Guardian by an article by Ramona Ali, and it was set in their fashion section, and it stayed in the fashion section top 10 reads for over a week. And I think it's really important for media outlets of all types to sort of start considering broadening what Muslim men wear to Jummah.
The interest that this piece of work and the exhibition and the photography has sparked has been absolutely amazing. For myself and the Stephen Lawrence Research Centre, it's just been a joy to be a part of this journey.
Because a lot of, as Muslims, we know the kind of people that will be in the mosque, what they're wearing and stuff like that. But it's also nice to let the world know, other people in the world, to let them know that there's not just this one kind of stereotype of a man in a thobe and slippers and he's going to Jummah. There's all sorts of different looks of a person that's going to Jummah.